with a pint of Guinness in my hand.
Right. Prep all done. What have we just ordered?
20-ounce steak, cheesy bacon chips, not messing about, and a pint of Guinness. This is going to be gone in about 2 seconds. I'm not going to see it off now. I will.
So the PCA Muscletalk competition on Saturday, we had one synthesis athlete taking part in that competition, which was Harry. Before we go into the footage and showing the content of the actual day itself, I just want to talk to you a little bit about the prep and then how we found the day. So we heard about the competition, and we decided 5 weeks out that that was the one Harry was going to enter. This is one of the bonuses of staying lean and really between preps not going completely mental. We used carb cycling throughout the 5 weeks, making minor adjustments where we needed to. So Harry was doing 2 low carb days to 1 high throughout the week. With 5 weeks to go, and because his energy levels were good and the training wasn't affected, we didn't need to have any crazy cheat meals, any refeeds, just kept that carb cycling going throughout the prep. Then as we got closer, one thing I was keen on is not having any last minute crazy depletions, any panic depletions towards the end. Kept it nice and steady and just really responded to his energy levels, the fact that he was still hitting good numbers in the gym, his workouts were well fueled, and no real great problems there. But on the day itself then, with regards to all the different methods you hear of for carbing up, and you need to eat tons of pancakes on the day, and there's so many different things you can find on the internet. And really what the approach I wanted to use was more Harry knows from other preps and for the prep leading up to show day that he responds well to carbohydrates. So we carved up well the night before. After any kind of refeeds or cheat meals in the past, he's looked fullest and at his best the following morning, so we knew we would use that. So he carved up well the night before, had a good carb loaded breakfast nice and early that morning, and then from then on up until the moment he stepped on stage, we just really played it by ear. So if he felt he was starting to look a little flat, then he would eat more. If he felt he was starting to kind of get a little bit soft around the edges and stuff, then he would slow that down. We had resistance bands, we borrowed some dumbbells just to get a pump going, and then see how that looked, and we just really played it by ear through the day there. He's a very confident person, which helps, but then just having those energy levels and not being so overly depleted that it's hard for him to maneuver around, and he'd rather just lie down and sleep. And he seemed up for it on the stage. He transitioned well, and I think that was a big part of how he got on the day. So enough waffling from me. Here's the content. Hope you enjoy it. Like the video if you do, and subscribe, and there'll be loads more content coming, more athletes also competing, various things, and there'll be a nice outro at the end from Harry explaining what he's doing next.
Well, so we just arrived at the event. This is where PCA is going to be taking place. So the next thing on the list is to get retouches for the 10. We're going to go do that now before registration at 10 o'clock. So wish me luck for them.
You can wait to get on stage. Now you can't wait to get on stage.
Check it down, Harry.
Can't do it now. Not yet.
Is there a box or something for him to stand on when he presents these things? Okay, we've got results. I've said that 4 invitations to the finals next October. So I'm going to announce 4th place. Sean, 33, Harry, 34, Fabrizio, 35, Damien, 36, Richard, 37, Adrian, and number 38, Tim. Don't feel like that, probably not that big. At least one move up to you, What about the other mate? He's dead. Right, so
Let you in, son. So my heart beats down.
Just a quick video on what I've been up to after the competition happened, and basically a bit of a shout out to the lads that helped. So did the competition, come second place out of 14 blokes on that stage. Every single one of them was in amazing shape, absolutely amazing shape, so well done to a lot of you lads, fair play. Still shocked that I come second. There were some absolute monsters in that last six lineup, absolute monsters, so massively shocked still. So yeah, as soon as the competition finished, made my way back home, got a 20-ounce steak with Vince, which was well deserved. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And then the next day, got a plane to Belfast, being here overnight, getting ready for the wedding today. Gonna have a couple of drinks, gonna have to watch it as well though, because I haven't been drinking in a while and I don't want to do too much damage. So been rehydrating, ready for this pretty much. But massive shout out to the lads from Synthesis Fitness, Vince and Matt. Absolute godsend, the pair here. Couldn't have done it without you. Vince with the training and diet program, and Crosby with just the mentality to keep pushing me even harder and harder and harder than I've ever thought of. Same goes for the boys from the Apollo gym. Every single one of yous. Couldn't have done it without yous. So the training was immense. The tips I was getting, the help, even just the support mentally as well while I was going through that stage and that dieting stage, was absolutely incredible. So cheers, lads. So the next big thing now is the finals in October next year, 13th and the 14th. I'm aiming for first place, and I strongly believe I can get first place. Strongly believe that. There's nothing stopping me. That's the thought you need to have when you go into a competition. You don't go there looking for third or second, it's always first. And I believe I can get first. So look forward to that. Bit of a while yet, but
I can get my prep in, and I'm going to bring a whole different new physique. I'm going to blow the crowd away. I'm going to bring something that no one's ever seen before. And the posing is just going to get better and better as well. That was one of the things that I took away from it. My posing was outstanding, apparently. But there will be a video coming up shortly of that, and you'll get to see that. But apart from that, support from everyone else as well. It's been amazing. So cheers, everyone. Take care.